We have made it to Friday. Welcome in. This is three-man front. Pat Landrum, Molly Conrad with you until 2 o'clock. Coach Wimp Sanderson will be with us. Rodak next hour. Kyle Parmley later on in the program as we will talk some high school football as region play continues. A lot of really good games going on across our region and our state. Welcome into the program on this Football Friday. We always love to hear from you, especially at the beginning of the show before Coach Sanderson comes on. 1-800-239-WJOX. The Courtesy GMC text line, 205-834-9450. Did you tune into the NFL game last night? What a game in Green Bay.
Yeah, it was a really good game. I think that Green Bay may be better than some people think. It's only a 2-game sample size, but you can't start any better than they have. And given the competition, you got to think, all right, this team's starting to measure up. But, yeah, that was a fun game and a good one if you're a Packers fan.
And no doubt about it. I told you about that crazy Vegas stat yesterday. You could have won a little money last night if you listened to me because they are just incredible at home in the first 3 weeks of the season against the spread. And once again, they covered last night. Even it was a hook. It was a 3.5-point hook. So, you know, you're victorious if you took them in the office football pool like I did.
You hold any team in the NFL, especially one like the Commanders with Jaden Daniels, to under 250 yards of total offense. You're doing something, and that's what we saw last night. Micah Parsons, obviously fat and happy now that he's in Green Bay and playing with a winner.
Prize picks.
Yeah, prize picks. Check that box. And didn't we say take the under? Feeling the under in that game?
Yeah, it was the under, and then Josh
49.
Jacobs hit his rushing yards total, and Jaden Daniels stayed less than his rushing total. So, big winner if you were listening to us yesterday.
You know it was going to be a rough night because the Commanders had 11 yards of offense in the first quarter.
Yeah.
11. Just not very productive at all. But Jordan Love, once again, at home, man, he is – and I'll give him credit. I did not think that he would turn out to be as proficient as he has been. I mean, he's really, really good. 292 yards, 2 touchdowns, and making some really tough throws.
Yeah, no, he's an impressive player, and I'm glad that they're making me look smart because my preseason pick was the Packers and the Ravens in the Super Bowl. I think right now you said it's a limited sample size, right? It's only 2 games, but it'd be hard for me not to say the Packers are the best team in the NFL right now with what they did last night to the Commanders and the Lions last week. Those are 2 impressive wins.
That's now 7 times in a row that the Packers have beaten the Commanders. 7 times in a row.
Poor Brian Edwards.
And the Packers are now 2-0 for the first time since 2020. So it's been a minute.
And the last time that they started off 2-0, they went to the NFC title game.
Yep.
Go Pack!
Yep. So it was a really, really good game last night. And it was a really, really good broadcast there on Amazon as they got things kicked off. The other game on the other screen for many of our listening audience last night was the former high school quarterback at Hoover, the former Oregon Duck, the former Auburn Tiger, the former South Carolina Gamecock, and current Wake Forest Demon Deacon Robbie Ashford.
Woo!
That was a mouthful. I had to take a deep breath before I read that.
Stuck the landing. Good.
He did throw for 252 yards, rushed for 21 yards. He did throw 2 interceptions in the game, but hats off to North Carolina State's defense. What they did to them in the second half, that was pretty brutal. The Deacons only had 44 yards of offense in the second half and only 2 first downs. So you give up all those points in the first half. You want to talk about halftime adjustments? The Wolfpack did it. They end up winning the game 34-24.
Well, and it was all Wake Forest, right? They take the opening kickoff back for a touchdown. You're like, man, this is looking good. You're up 24-14 at one point, and then it was, like you said, it was crickets after that. So, yeah, big shout-out to NC State. That was impressive, and you know, Robbie Ashford showing some of the things of maybe why he's on school number 4.
One of my favorite names, though, Hollywood Smothers.
Yeah, he had a good night.
Great name.
164 yards, most by a North Carolina State running back since 2018. So, quite a performance last night.
Go Pack.
I had some Auburn people text me last night asking me about Robbie Ashford. Man, Robbie looks really good the first half. I said,
just wait.
Hey.
Don't drink this TJ Finley Kool-Aid. Just chill out. Just chill out. And you saw what happened.
Yeah.
2 interceptions, and the Wolfpack wins. Tonight, you've got Colorado and Houston. Interesting game. That's a 6:30 kickoff as Deion Sanders' 1-1 Buffaloes takes on the 2-0 Cougars. Willie Fritz, formerly of Tulane University, now they're in the Houston Metroplex as they get ready to host Dion.
Well, that quarterback room's changed because didn't he announce that his third-string quarterback's going to be playing as opposed to Caden Salter, the transfer from Liberty, and also
Julian Lewis?
Julian Lewis, yeah.
Yep. Interesting times in Boulder.
Very much so. So that'll be a good one tonight. Of course, we'll all be involved with high school games tonight, but that will definitely be one that I will be checking the score out. No, we're at Hoover.
Oh, that's right. You guys are at the Met.
Yep.
Molly will get to experience that for the first time.
I know. I'm excited.
You'll enjoy it.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
We'll be there tonight as the third-ranked Hewitt Huskies this week. We're number 3 in the state.
You're going to get an LED show if Hoover scores.
Oh.
I think they still do that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of years since.
You'll never find out if you keep them from scoring.
Exactly.
And when you guys defense, you might be able to do that.
Yeah. Last year, we kept them scoreless until the last 20-something seconds of the game.
Yeah.
And they beat us 8-7
No.
on a 2-point conversion.
Ow.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one runs deep. That was a tough one.
Revenge game tonight.
Nothing like being up 7-0 in the final drive of the game. They go down, score, and then, oh, by the way, let's get a 2-point conversion as we got like 20 seconds left. So,
I'm really glad I brought it up.
yeah.
Kind of like the
appreciate
Dodgers being an out away from a no-hitter and somehow losing a game.
Right? We never talked about that, did we? With the Orioles scoring the 4?
I think we briefly mentioned it, but yeah, I mean,
That's tough.
it's all right.
So Alabama's getting ready for the Wisconsin Badgers tomorrow. That's an early morning kickoff at 11 o'clock. Bama, the point spread is continuing to hold right around 21 points, a 3-touchdown favorite against the Big Ten's Badgers. And customarily, up until this season on Fridays, Barrett Sallee was a guest on this program. Now, Barrett was a guest throughout most of the Major League Baseball season because Barrett, he has covered college football for the majority of his career. He had decided that baseball being one of his major loves, he had an opportunity to go work for the Braves, and he did. And you heard him throughout the baseball season giving us his thoughts on the Atlanta Braves. Well, he still does a radio hit, apparently, on 680 The Fan in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's a college football interview in which they ask Barrett for his opinions, just like we did for many, many years on this program. And we love Barrett. We're friends of Barrett. Barrett would sometimes come on this program and we would ask him questions and he would give us his opinion. And there would be times that our text line would explode because people did not particularly care for Barrett's opinion in college football because a lot of times, Conrad, it was not the nicest of opinions towards your alma mater.
No, he does like to pick against Alabama, and there have been a lot of times where, if you're a listener, you kind of want him to pick against Alabama because he's been wrong a lot. But to be fair, he's also been right a number of times as well. But yeah, not the biggest Alabama fan.
All right, so let's go to the tape. 680 The Fan. Barrett Sallee stops by, and they ask his opinion on tomorrow morning's Wisconsin-Alabama game.
This is a very good Wisconsin defense. They always are solid. They always punch you in the mouth. Alabama's offensive line, I've stopped believing them. A lot like Georgia, they have good individuals, but as a unit, they are not good. They haven't played good for 5 years. It's a consistent problem. Wisconsin will punch you in the mouth. They'll reset that offensive line. Wisconsin will have the ball late with a chance to win. I'm talking under 5 minutes. They'll have the ball late with a chance to win. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the job done, but this is going to be an old school slugfest. Alabama, if that happens, and it's bizarre that I'd say this, it would never happen under Nick Saban, at least in the early years. But Wisconsin's a more physical football team, so they're going to have the ball late with a chance to beat Alabama.
Absolutely disagree 100%. I love Barrett, but golly, that was no.
You should have seen the looks of the people that were conducting the interview.
I can imagine.
As I was watching the video.
Well, and look, I get it, right? There's a lot of people out there that look at last week against ULM as it's a non-factor, right? They're still focused on what happened against Florida State, and that's fine. I think, I'm still in a bit of prove-it mode. I think you'll learn a lot about Alabama tomorrow, but you never say never. Anything's possible, but I think Alabama's offensive line has held up pretty well the first 2 weeks.
Well, Barrett just said that they haven't been good for 5 years.
I think it's fair to criticize the offensive line over the last 5 years, but I think this year's it's better than it's been the last couple of years. I would say that.
At this point in the season, after what we've already seen and the question of effort and manhood's been called into question with this team, Wisconsin might have been really physical in their first 2 games, but they're not going to be more physical than Alabama tomorrow.
Well, and who are they physical against? So that's part of the question. Also, convenient that he leaves out the fact that Wisconsin will be going to Tuscaloosa with a backup quarterback to take on Alabama.
Yeah, but he played at San Diego State.
As a freshman.
That's right.
Mountain West, week in, week out.
Well, we saw the San Diego State basketball team upset Alabama a couple years ago, so maybe the lineage from football carries
All right,
over
now I'm
tomorrow.
rethinking what I just said.
Yeah, there's always a connection.
So will that influence your bet it or forget it picks later?
No,
Based on Barrett Sallee saying that this is going to be a ball game with 5 minutes left to go?
No, I like Landrum. I respect Barrett. He's a great guy. I respect a lot of his opinions.
Just not this one.
Anything that Barrett says about Alabama football will never change how I feel about an Alabama football game.
Based on his track record on this program, when it comes to discussing Alabama, I could see the majority of our listeners probably subscribe to your thought.
But hey, anything's possible. He could very well look like a genius on Monday. We'll see.
And you know what? If it happens, then he's on this program Monday.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
And,
Well,
we're gonna,
And
gonna
if
get
not, then we're going to play that clip again on Monday.
oh, you better believe it.
I
Kidding
didn't.
me?
I don't wear a jersey on Fridays, and I didn't graduate from the University of Alabama, but it's not going to change my opinion of the game either.
This is a Hewitt Trustful jersey.
Yeah, we're a little bit more Georgia red.
But y'all are
than
doing
Hewitt.
the white and the red tonight.
Yeah, we're going all white.
Are you guys
tonight.
Nike?
Yes, we are. We were Under Armour till last year.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't look at the crest. It's a Hewitt Trustful jersey.
Mush.
And just a reminder for those that might be thinking about, okay, let's play Wisconsin in this game. Fickle's never beaten a ranked opponent since he's been at Wisconsin. Wisconsin, this would be their first ranked win since October 30th, 2021 at Iowa. It would be their first ranked win on the road since 2021 against Purdue. It would be their first ever win over an SEC opponent since 2016. And it would be Wisconsin's first ever road win ever in the history of them playing football against a Southeastern Conference opponent. So, a lot of history there.
A lot of firsts.
Yeah. And if they do beat Alabama at home as a 3-touchdown underdog, just like I said a couple weeks ago, Florida State beat Alabama, you thought that Monday on Labor Day was a meltdown? We might have to call the forces in on Sunday and do a show.
Not going to be pretty. I'm not worried about it.
Well, I don't
Well-
think anybody on the show is, but just saying, just keep your Sunday open based on the way the Labor Day weekend happened. You can tell he's getting worried. Look at him.
I'm terrified.
No, you're not terrified. It's just all of a sudden these thoughts are starting to creep in your mind.
Like the old stereotype of the Big Ten, that's what I think about when I think about Wisconsin. While Ohio State has gone and they look different, even when Wisconsin was good, I never thought that they could out-athlete.
No, they're going to have a good defense. They're going to have some big old country white boys on the offensive line. They're going to run the football. That's Wisconsin. And it works sometimes.
I love Twitter. People are already chiming in on Twitter about Barrett.
Well, typically it works against other teams, and that's how they do it.
Well, I was about to say it works, and playing in the Big Ten, right? That'll work a lot, but in the SEC, I mean, we'll see.
Enjoy your time down here, Badger fans, but you're toting a loss back.
I'm just going to be mad if I have to wake up early tomorrow to drive to Tuscaloosa and they lose. Unacceptable.
We'll see. What was the tweet we got about Barrett?
So it's from AC's dad. It says, Barrett can't keep that Barner slip from showing now that he's not on the college football beat.
Barrett did go to Auburn.
He's a Barner. So awful.
And we love Barrett. It's just.
Yes, we
Did he
love
predict
Barrett.
LSU to win the national championship again as well?
I don't know. I did not.
I still think that was my favorite prediction he ever made a couple years ago.
I guess because the Braves are so bad this year, he had to pivot to do something else with his time.
I forget what year it was, though. He did correctly predict that Alabama would handle business in College Station, and it actually happened.
Yeah, I think that was 2 years ago after the Texas loss. Yeah.
His Alabama Ole Miss predictions.
Yeah, those were never good.
That was the one that stood out to me. It was lane coach Ole Miss, and Alabama beat the brakes off of.
Because it was that same year where they had just lost to Texas, so we picked Ole Miss to beat them the next week,
Right.
and then the week after they played Texas A&M.
Was that Get Your Popcorn?
I think that was before the Get Your Popcorn. Because that's when he went for it on fourth down, like every drive in the first half. And it
Yeah, like
didn't
from
work
his
out.
own 20-yard line.
Yeah, I think that was maybe a year or two before.
Yeah.
That didn't work out.
Well, that's good. I'm glad maybe we'll get some more content, these hot takes from Barrett on the college football season. And if he's right, like I said, hats off. And
I will FaceTime him with my wonderful Badger face paint that Molly will decorate me
Yay.
with on Monday.
yep. And he's agreed to burn his Bray Hubbard jersey. So we've got multiple things happening now with this potential loss for Alabama.
Yeah, this is a big day wearing the because I switched up with Tua last week, and obviously that led to a victory. So maybe this jersey's cursed. We'll
We're
find
being
out.
told by one of our listeners on the text line that lots of Badger fans in Homewood this morning.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Hope
Welcome.
they're listening to the program.
Welcome to Birmingham.
Listener said they traveled well. Nice people.
They are nice people.
Everyone that I knew that went to Madison for the game last year that were Alabama fans, they loved it. They said the fans were great.
They're incredible, yeah.
Fans were great. Hospitality through the roof. They had a really great time. So hopefully they will experience the same thing tomorrow in Tuscaloosa. As long as they don't run into Conrad.
I'm a professional. Remember what
Yeah,
Rodney
tomorrow's
said
the day
yesterday?
that you want to run into Conrad.
Yeah, because he'll wear socks tomorrow.
I will. And I'll be wearing khakis.
He'll look like a working member of the media.
That's right.
You wearing a tie?
No, I will not be wearing a tie. I will say some of the, like Nick Kelly and Mike Rodak, they dressed to the T to go
Well,
to
that's the
Alabama.
difference
I was
between,
impressed.
Why don't
between
you
you
dress
and
like
them.
that?
That's correct. Huh?
Why don't you dress like that?
Oh, because I just, no.
Are you going to bring a change of clothes so when you leave the stadium, you can change into your Alabama gear and you can tailgate with friends?
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go home so I can watch all the other great games we have tomorrow.
Which ones?
All of them.
All of them?
All of them. Yeah, there's like 12 of them.
Wimp Sanderson will join us at the bottom of the hour. He will have his blue plate. We tried not to get him to pick the game that he picked. He did.
Yeah.
Took the first loss of the year.
It's just stubborn.
Yeah. So we'll see what game he goes for this week.
Well, the Alabama heat and humidity can be brutal, but don't let it affect your home and family. Keep them comfortable with an affordable system. They've been recognized as America's most trusted brand for 11 consecutive years, and they're the official cooling partner here at Jock. So go and find a comfort specialist near you at train.com.
We'll take your text at the bottom of the hour. It's a Football Friday here on Jocks. It's 10:21. Welcome back. It's making us a part of your busy weekend. Alabama, Wisconsin tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Auburn takes on South Alabama. That's 11:45. UAB prime time game tomorrow night. You can hear the game right here on Jocks as they take on the Zips of Akron. This month only at Courtesy GMC. It's the kickoff sales event, and they're bringing the lowest prices in the Southeast for a brand new GMC. Get up to $15,000 off an all-new 2025 Sierra 1500, or go bigger with the Sierra 2500 HD, up to $12,000 off. And it's not just the trucks. Drive off in a brand new Acadia with up to $5,000 off in savings. All 2025 stock Yukons and Yukon XLs are now $5,000 off. That means Courtesy has an all-new 2025 Yukon and Super Cruise, which is the hands-free driving, starting at $69,995 right there at Courtesy GMC. Plus, every new GMC comes with the exclusive Courtesy GMC 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Get by and see them this weekend. Josh Gargis, Drew Lawley, and all the fine folks there at Courtesy GMC off of I-459 exit 32 there in Trussville. Another big game coming up this weekend we talked a lot about yesterday is the Tennessee Volunteers hosting the Georgia Bulldogs. You know, it was back in 2016 when the Tennessee Volunteers and Butch Jones, yes, Butch Jones was the head coach of the Tennessee Volunteers. If you remember that game between the hedges, Georgia had thrown a bomb, and they went up late over Tennessee. Well, Tennessee got the ball to the Georgia 42-yard line with 10 seconds left. This is the way it sounded on the Vol Network.
4 seconds to go. Game's on the line here, 31-28 Georgia. Dobbs out of the shotgun, back to throw. Dobbs drops back, looks, loads up, fires long for the end zone. The pass is going to be caught by Tennessee.
Tennessee wins!
Caught it by Tennessee, Jawan Jennings. Jennings makes the catch in the end zone on the Hail Mary. What a turn of events. Georgia throws a bomb. Tennessee comes back and throws the Hail Mary as the pass from Josh Dobbs in the end zone for a score on the last play of the game. Jawan Jennings with the touchdown, and Tennessee wins. I don't believe I saw that.
Butch Jones, if you remember that iconic look of Butch Jones falling to his knees, weeping with the state troopers trying to help him up. Just an emotional, crazy win by Tennessee. And it has not gone well since that victory between the hedges. The average margin of victory for the Georgia Bulldogs over the Tennessee Vols is 25 points.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was Kirby's first season, right? At Georgia, 26, because
Yes.
they played for the national championship in year 2. So, been a while. And then you hear Josh Dobbs at quarterback, Jawan Jennings, the receiver. You're like, man, that was it's been a minute.
Been a second. But yeah, just Butch Jones, that was kind of the only highlight that Butch had.
That's the peak of his career. Yeah.
But the Georgia that we know now, Tennessee has not done it in that time.
No, they have not.
Another little mental hurdle maybe for that team tomorrow on Rocky Top to get over.
I just feel like for the last, maybe not every year, but let's say maybe like 3 of the last 4 years going into this game, it's been a similar narrative of, well, this feels like the best opportunity that Tennessee's had to win this game. And I think we would agree that this week feels the same way as that. And every single time we've said that, Georgia reminds us who daddy is.
We used to hear about players and coaches that played Alabama during the Saban era, and they said it was just that mystique, that aura of when you got off the bus, even going through walkthroughs, and you saw that presence on the far sideline. It was just different. And a lot of times you could lose the game right then. I wonder if that's the case with Kirby Smart now in Georgia, now that Nick Saban's gone.
Very similar.
I would think that it's probably close.
And not only it's been the last 8 games, but if you've got it pulled up, you go back and you look the last 15 games between these two, Georgia's won 13 of 15. I mean, it's been dominated. I mean, and that was what was so bad for Tennessee fans, because you had Alabama's domination when Nick Saban was there. Was it 16 in a row that Alabama had against Tennessee? And then during that same time frame, you had the domination of Georgia over Tennessee. So your two biggest rivals were taking you to the woodshed almost every single year. And there was a couple games here and there. I mean, if it wasn't for Mount Cody, they would have gotten one in Tuscaloosa. Tennessee would have.
Absolutely.
Well, the closest game they've had was last year in the last 8. And that was a 2-touchdown game.
Well, I was about to say it, and that was a game where it was 17-17, a good ways into the game, and you felt like Tennessee had something. Then Georgia turned on the extra gear.
Yeah. Get a blue plate. Wimp Sanderson, former Alabama basketball coach. He will join the program. He is 2-1 on the season. Try to make it 3-1. Later on in this program, we will have our bet it or forget it. All Conrad, Molly, and Landrum, all 10-5 on the season. We'll give them 5 games, and they will go up against the spread. All that straight ahead on this Football Friday on Jocks. One of the most anticipated segments on this radio station happens every Friday at this time. Brought to you by it's our opportunity to catch up with the Hall of Fame coach, Wimp Sanderson.
Lift it, load it, grade it, grind it, move it, haul it, rig it, dig it, crane works, rental works, yeah, the big dog's got it.
Wimp in Front is brought to you by Craneworks. Lift it, buy it, rent it. The big dog's got it. And now, Wimp Sanderson.
And the coach, Wimp Sanderson, with a blue play that absolutely hit flat.
Unbelievable.
I don't for introduction. It was the worst in the history of blue plates. You two booger bears were correct. I was dead wrong. Let me tell you something. The coach didn't mean anything. They were first down. Vanderbilt back to them. They were absolutely. I've had, life. That's like. I only. So to anything. So talk about. I'll give.
Wait, do I understand? And I think it says that you're going
to. Which one to take? Before. And I'll take. I did. Now, say I had no idea. As hard as a home field. Say something. The Vanderbilt quarterback, he had the head coach, and he had the offensive coordinator to come to his school and to win and give the guy credit. There are a lot of coaches. I got crushed and creamed in that game, and I was dreading all week talking to these dudes. But sometimes I get to see all on the screen when you're looking at each other, and I didn't look at you. I didn't do anything with you, Dad. I didn't want to talk to you. So I've been looking, and I don't know it's not a blue play. We need to talk about. I guess Alabama and Auburn games. I think Alabama's quarterback at Wisconsin's a little beat up. I think Alabama's in pretty good shape. If Williams is going to play, Ryan Williams is going to play. And
yes.
Here's what I would tell Ryan Williams to be going to play. 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 I don't give a crap how much money you got or what you did last year. When you did that great last year, here's what happens to you. You are double covered. The quarterback coach that is coaching the quarterback is saying, don't throw it to double coverage. So you get your fanny. If you're as good as you're supposed to be, then you get your fanny away from double coverage. And he'll throw you a ball or two. That's the way the game is played. When our guys came in there with an excuse, in basketball, I guess it ain't no different, but I guess the listeners think it is. I just said to say, hey, play. Either play, because the one thing that's the most important thing in the world is they won't play is the bench. That booger bear will get them to play. I put them on. I put Robert Orr and Spreewell and suspended them. But if I didn't think they played hard, that's the way I was. But anyway, I've looked at these games. They're hard games to pick. The more you go through the games, the more you have injuries, and the more you have I don't knows. I know they have to announce it and all that crap and all. I didn't like Texas A&M and Notre Dame. I couldn't figure that one out. I know I ain't gonna be on here long, so I'll go fast.
No, hey, Coach. No, you got
all kinds of time.
No, we clean the decks. You are good to go.
Yeah, I tell you one, y'all ask me what do you want to ask me, and I'll tell you at the end what two blue plays.
We want you to pick every game so we know who not to pick.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Boy,
well, you backed me in the corner last week, Coach.
You two guys. Oh, down did you win a game.
No, we didn't say. And
Smart enough to figure it out.
No, I catch up this week, and I don't know. All right, I'm going to talk about the first thing I pick because I ain't staying on here very long. You don't need me. Y'all need somebody that's smart.
You got somewhere to go,
Coach. Oh, well, I mean,
no, I ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't playing no golf. I ain't doing nothing. I've been listening to this trial. This
gotcha.
kill this boy. It's brutal. Okay, I don't get into that. It's awful. So anyway, you see that baby, you see that little girl run to her daddy. It makes you sad because she can't run to him anymore. Anyway, I won't get into that because I get emotional. Nobody thinks I get emotional, but I do. I looked at the Ole Miss Arkansas game. It's always a high-scoring game. Ole Miss has got some problems at quarterback injury-wise. I think that they'll be good. And the reason I picked Ole Miss is 6.5 points. The reason I picked Ole Miss was because of the defensive coordinator at Ole Miss. I think he'll do both teams are probably going to score a bunch of points. But I just feel like he's getting a pile of money. He's very other people I talk to. He's very, very good. And has an Alabama connection, I think. And so I just decided, looking at it, because I would take Ole Miss and give it a 6.5. It's a one of you want to call it the blue plate and the dessert plates. You can't. I don't care. You can call it 2 blue plates. Whatever you want to call it. I never done it before.
Okay.
But I was so bad in that other one that I felt like I might catch up. So then I went to look around the rest of it. And I just felt like that LSU at home. Now I don't know if I told y'all this, but I told my people on my show I have never liked the quarterback at Florida, so he'll probably be great. I never liked the way he played.
Right.
I think he throws in the double coverage a lot. He gets hurt walking up the steps. He's hurt all cotton picking time. There's something wrong with it. They're playing at LSU. Coach Bryant had great success down there. Outside of that, most people have not had much success there. In a night game, and everybody will be lit up by the night game. They'll all be lit up. So, 7 point. I think it's 7.5. I don't like the half.
I'm sorry, Coach. It's not a hook. You don't get a hook here. It's 7 right now. I'm looking at
good.
it. It's just 7.
My son and I have a big disagreement. He always tells me one different than y'all, and so we have a fight about it on the phone. But
I can promise you, Pat has the most up-to-date line.
Yes.
When I call him, I'm going to tell him it's 7.
It is 7 as of this moment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I'm telling you. What are y'all looking at on?
I've got various ones up right now, whether it's Bet MGM, Bet Online.
BetOnline.ag.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is the 6.5 right on Ole Miss?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay. All right. LSU is. I was scared of the LSU Clemson game. I stayed away from it because I thought it was going to be too easy for Clemson. I didn't know what to do. I didn't like it. I just didn't like the game. I was scared of it. Everybody thought, you got to pick Clemson. You got to pick Clemson because they're playing at home. Dabble this, dabble that. Dabble's a good friend of mine, so I can say that about it. So I just think playing at LSU in a night game. Having won the last game, so that means that their spirits are up. I don't know. I don't know whether the feel is about the losses that Florida had. Can they bounce back from a loss and play better? That would be a question, either yes or no. If it's yes, then I may be in trouble. If it's no, then I'll be in good shape with a bet. So I went ahead and took LSU as the other blue plate, and it's a 7-point deal. So. I'll call Barry when I get through the show, and he'll argue with me. So that's what you're supposed to do, is argue, son. So anyway, I'll do that. And
Coach, can I give you my thoughts on that real quick?
Yeah, gosh, please do.
I love them. I love them.
Do?
I love them, Coach.
Oh.
I love them. I don't know if that's good for you or bad for you, but I love them. Last week, I was adamant. I was against your pick.
Yeah.
I love these two picks. How about you, Landrum? You like them?
Yeah,
I don't like them.
Oh, wow.
Get out.
I absolutely love them, Coach.
Oh, he said he didn't like them.
both
He loves
love
them. He loves them. We both love them.
These are winners. I wrote them
Next
down.
week I'll be standing real tall.
Yes, you will.
But I may come in as a midget.
Wow.
I may come in. And speaking of midgets, this new house I moved to Tuscaloosa when I lost Annette, and I've got a house here. The microwave is down on the ground. It's down. It's not up where you can see a cotton picket microwave. That's the new style.
Is it?
So when I want to heat my coffee, I get on my knees and get me a pair of glasses, so I can punch 2 on there. So I called John, the guy. He listens to some of these shows. I called him. I said, John, you got to be a cotton picket midget to use this thing. I said, ain't no midgets around here. So he laughed and he kept it like it was. So anyway, I'm just talking. I ain't got nothing to talk about.
No,
So-
did you get it? Did you get it fixed?
Did you move into a tiny home?
Yeah. Well, no, I got to get on my knees to my coffee every morning. I'm in a hurry to get to my show, and I fixed my coffee the night before because I'm by myself, and so I'm trying to learn how to be a housekeeper. And I punch that booger bear and get it, but I have to get on my knees to see it. I can't see it that early in the morning. So anyway, it's okay. Life goes on, I guess, as best you can.
Hey, that's life, Coach.
Life gets different for you.
That's what people
Y'all
say.
will learn that when you get my age, you'll see that life gets different for you. People, when you get older, people look at you different. There goes that old coach from Alabama. What's his name? What's that old? What's that coach? That guy fussed all the time. That's the way they look at you. If they knew who I was. But people, not just sports, but people just look at you different. They just do, and so it's okay. I am a little different. So,
But you know what? When you win these 2 games this weekend, and people are going to make a lot of money off you, they're going to be praising you. They're going to remember who you are, Coach.
What I did one year when I went 6 in a row, I thought I was a genius, and boy, they were praising me. Boy, Coach, thank you. These others, they hiding out from me now. So, do we need to talk anything else? I think Auburn's played well. I think the Vanderbilt South Carolina game will be a heck of a game.
No, I think it's going to be a really good one. Yeah, we agree. Yeah. Absolutely.
I think that's going to be a booger bear game. So, anyway, if I falter this time, at least the 2 guys that with me can't. I didn't listen to y'all because on purpose. I didn't say, oh crap, I don't know what you got to say about that. So I didn't listen.
Well, we love your picks this week.
Yeah,
we do.
They're really good, Coach.
Yeah, they're great. But the other people that we really love is Craneworks and David Upton. Those guys just do a tremendous job.
Like David. Yeah, you get on David's Craneworks outfit and you're in business. They will do a good job of tearing down what you want and building up what you want. And whatever they do, they will do a great job with it. They'll have an operator and operators there for rental works. They'll have waste works. David and them are absolutely terrific. And I get a lot of talk about this little radio show, this little 15-minute radio show, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, however long you'll have me on. But
you've been on for 20 minutes, Coach. What are you talking about?
I like the fun. So anyway, I enjoy it. And Joy Craneworks sponsored me. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. Y'all are great. And I saved my blue plate. So I doubled it, and I'll be crawling in a hole. I won't be. Frank Sinatra won't be smoking no cigarette like I saw him one time. He'll be. Frank Sinatra will be shooting me. So, talk to y'all later.
Hey,
Thank
Coach.
You.
2-0 this week, Coach. Okay, 2-0.
That's what I'm talking about. 2-0. I can't believe it. Congratulations.
Get you a sliding stool or something for that microwave.
Yeah.
Slide the stool. I got rugs down here. Wow, I can't slide on no cotton picking rug. I'm in a mess. I got a TV in every room. So, all right, come see me sometime. You can do the show from my house.
Oh wow, that would be fun.
Sweet.
That would be nice.
That'd be all right.
All right.
You can do that. I don't care. I got a nice memorabilia room upstairs.
Hey, you're going to have to raise that
upstairs.
microwave for Landrum, though. He's not going to get down on his knees and warm his coffee.
Well,
The problem is I might not be able to get back up.
Yeah, Well, he did Sonny in our show, and I had Sonny on our show today. Sonny don't know where what lies. He don't know where he is.
Wow.
He's the dumbest guru. He was on the Grand Ole Opry. That's all he talks about. When he and I got invited to the Grand Ole Opry, he sang Rocky Top. He was. Sonny, they came up. What's his name came out and said, "Sonny is a country singer," and I said, "Sonny is country, but he ain't no singer." He was absolutely brutal.
Oh, wow.
All right, guys.
All right, Coach. Have a good weekend.
Thanks,
Be
Coach.
safe. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Wow.
Wimp Sanderson,
That was
presented by
all-timer there.
Craneworks. Yeah, on the Higginbotham Hotline. You deserve solutions that are built for you. Higginbotham's your one-source solution for insurance and HR services. We'll talk college football. At the top, we'll talk Alabama as well. Three-man front on Jocks.
All right, so you just heard it, Coach Wimp Sanderson, 2-1 on the season with his Blue Plates. He was on a roll until last week. He did not take our advice. He'd been sitting here undefeated. A little bit of a dangerous philosophy this week for him. He went to the well twice, not once, but twice. But we do. Ole Miss 6.5. Ole Miss 7. Excuse me, other way around. LSU 7, Ole Miss 6.5. I like it.
Oh, I like them both. I don't see there's any way he doesn't hit both of those. or at least one of those. One of those.
So if he does that, he maintains his above 500. But man, if he hits both of them, be 4-1, going into a very impressive schedule next week with Oklahoma and Auburn.
That'll win.
Ooh, that'll be big. Been reading a lot of articles. I know we haven't spent a lot of time this week on this Texas A&M Notre Dame game. Notre Dame is a favorite, but I will say this: the national media, and I'm talking about like the Nicole Auerbachs of the world that likes to cover those upper Midwest teams, they're saying that this is a must-win game for Notre Dame. That if Notre Dame loses this game, you can go ahead and check them off the box of potentially making the college football playoff.
Well, I would think a big part of that would be their schedule, and you've already dropped a team or dropped a game to a ranked opponent in Miami. You do it at home against Texas A&M. Where are you going to make that up? It's going to be tough with a pseudo SEC or ACC conference schedule.
I was about to say, I mean, you've got Arkansas, USC. I mean, those are really the only wins left on their schedule that I think would impress anybody.
Now
Boise
USC,
State, not the same now.
I mean, I know they're 2-0.
A lot of people are really high on USC.
If they get on a run in the Big Ten, but that would be the only one left on their schedule that you would think that they, somebody would go, ooh, that's impressive.
It would be very interesting if, just let's see how it all plays out. But let's say Texas A&M wins tomorrow, and you get to the end of the year, right? And you have a 10-2 Notre Dame team with really no super impressive wins, but they're 10-2 versus, let's say, an SEC 9-3 team.
Mm-hmm.
And what would the committee ultimately do in that situation?
And
I think it depends on who that 9-3 team is.
Well, correct. Yeah.
Fair or unfair? If it's a 9-3 South Carolina again.
Yeah, you're probably putting Notre Dame in. But we'll see.
Well, Barrett Sallee did an interview yesterday in Atlanta and said Alabama better be